Hello everybody and welcome to part 2 of the garage tours. This is going to be all about the material handling machines, so this will be wheel loaders, front loaders, telehandlers and also skid steer loaders. Oh, and yes, this beast in the corner as well. We start off with the Kramer KL38T. This is actually classed as a front loader, so in the same category as the front loaders which are fitted onto the tractors. This means it can actually support all of these attachments just here, which are for the tractor's front loaders. This includes the bale spike, the bucket, the roll type bale fork, the wrapped bale grab, the manure fork, the fork with grapple, the silage cutter, and also the log fork. These will all fit to it, and they'll fit to these front loaders just over here. And of course, a pallet fork, which also fits to the machine over there. I'll take this opportunity to now look at the 3 front loaders as well, as it is in the same category as the machine just over there. We have got the Stoll Profiline FZ60 and 30, and also the John Deere 643R. They will all fit to these. Moving on, we have some skid steer attachments. Now these are by Bradco. This is obviously a bucket, a pallet fork, a bale spike, this is a grapple, wrapped bale grab, stump grinder, this is basically for logs and also brush. We then have, it's not really material handling, but we have this tool which can cut trees down by DFM. So as we've just been looking at the skid steer attachments, we might as well look at the skid steer loaders now. We have the New Holland C232 skid steer loader. This one is on track, so probably best suited in a forest, but I'll show you the interior. Very similar to the one next to us, just a little bit different in the way it handles, I suppose, due to the capabilities of the tracks. Got some good visibility in here. But yes, as I said, you'll see a similarity between these two. This is the L218, so it's on wheels and it is slightly smaller. There is a price difference as well, and a horsepower difference. Nothing dramatic, but it probably will make a difference when it comes to using these in the forest or around the yard. So just to make it clear what the spec is, I'll just very quickly show you. So first of all we have the L218, which is the one we just drove with the wheels, 61 horsepower, and it does have an 18 km/h gearbox. This one is slower at 12 km/h, but it does have a 74 horsepower engine and it's more expensive. Moving on, we have the MANITOU forklift. This is the MC184, and it is actually surprisingly low in horsepower, but still a very capable machine of moving all the pallets around. The thing is, these things are very heavy, so I should think it can pick up a lot of weight on the front of there. Of course, because it is a forklift, it is stuck with those pallet forks. So yes, if you're looking for a multi-purpose machine, you probably won't be looking for one of these. I believe it's something like 40 horsepower. It's very low. 36. Only 36 horsepower. 25 km/h gearbox, so that's pretty good. But yeah, it's very manoeuvrable. Again, we've got some good visibility here. And it does have a beacon. So there you go. It is fairly cheap as well. We have another MANITOU. This is the MLAT. And then we've got a load of little numbers down here. The 533145V+. And yeah, this is the articulated one. It actually articulates in the middle, whereas these 2 telehandlers here don't do that. So yeah, I'll just show you again the interior. Visibility through the roof. And let's have a really quick drive. Yeah, so this is much more expensive than the very small forklift just there. Used for different applications, but it can fit to all of the attachments we're going to move on to in a minute, which are just over there. Some of them are wheel loader attachments, but others are for the telehandler. Moving on again, we have the MLT 737-130 PS+. This is again a different type of telehandler. This is, I believe, higher. It's much a higher reach. So if we just extend this, you'll see how far it can reach. It does go a long way. There we go. Raise it up. And here is the interior. I'm very conscious not to move too fast, otherwise with the boom up in the air we could flip it over. Although chances are, because there's no bucket on it, with any weight, it should be fine. It should be very stable. So yeah, just to give you a demonstration on the difference in reach, if I just put this one up as well. It's going to be a dramatic difference here. There we go. So it all comes down to what you're using the machine for. This one, I can imagine, is very good in tighter corners, because it articulates. And finally, we have the Massey Ferguson. This is the 9407S. And I think they're actually made by Bobcat, but it is a Massey Ferguson. So, yeah, it's all branded in the stickers. And again, I'll show you the reach of this. There we go. It looks like it is actually very similar to the MANITOU. So that would be the direct competitor for the one next to it. Possibly not quite as high a reach, that. Not quite as high. But very similar. To give you an idea of cost, we have £69,000 on the articulated MANITOU, £93,000 on the Massey Ferguson, and £98,000 on this MANITOU here. I suppose it makes sense, the MANITOU at the end can reach the highest. Onto the wheel loaders, we have the New Holland W190D, long reach. So yes, it can reach quite high. There you go. Obviously it's not telescopic, but then again, it's not bad in the first place due to it being a very tall machine. So we do currently have the silage fork on here, which does fold up, and just to demonstrate that you can customize the colouring, there is a lime sort of green one for you. Just, well, it's green, it's limey green. Yep, so here is the interior view. Again, articulated. There is the screen. Good view of the hydraulic ram. There we go. We do have beacons as well. So for the attachments for the wheel loaders and the telehandlers for that matter, we have got some down here. So the first ones are for the telehandler, except for this one here, which is actually for the skid steer loader, the turbo saw. Again, for cutting trees. We have the MASSEY bucket, or the shovel. We have a grapple for manure, log fork, pallet fork, bale fork, and a wrapped bale grab. We also have the shovel or the bucket, the log fork, and the pallet fork for the wheel loader. And finally, the Roper Nawaro Mouse 5. The reason why I've put this into this material handling video is because, well, that's essentially what it does. It's entered in the miscellaneous category, so I can't fit it into anything else anyway, and it's material it's picking up material. It can pick up a wide range of different material, and it basically puts it through a conveyor belt into a trailer or wherever you want to put it, into a sell point or into another pile if you're just moving it from one place to another. So yeah, that's what it'll do. Using the augers, it will bring the material in, feed it up the machine, up the conveyor belt, and it will drop it down. This is a counterbalance, so it stays stable. It's a big machine. Lots of visibility. There you go. The Roper Nawaro mouse. And again, it's very expensive. It is £328,000, but you can see all the different material types that it can handle. Quite a lot. So yeah, it's multi-purpose. Thank you so much for watching this video. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and until next time, see you again very soon. Bye for now.